CornyForty here, kind of eyeballing things on center court. She and her dad, Wayne Rao, here at the Field of Dreams with us as well. We've got some great photos and videos coming your way as well. Our boy Thor is on top of this, and it is going to be something. All right, so in case video was interrupted, we find ourselves back here in Game 3. Another wash right there, 10-on-2. Bob Heil is fought his way back in Game 2 to even things up with Issac hurt. Bob coming out of the higher seed lane. Issac took the first game. Bob took the second game in pretty convincing fashion. He took advantage of a little bit of discontent, I would say, within Issac's game. Boy,
but he had some nice faces doing it.
He did. Yeah. Well, the face he made after Game 2 was way better than the face he made after Game 1. And we got general public folks just kind of strolling in to see what's going on in the barn and get a little vibe on the ACO. And it is interesting. We did have some local folks come out and play in the qualifier tournament yesterday. We had 2 rounds, and we got 2 qualifiers today as well. But we also had people that came out, and that's nicely done. And they said they came up and they stood up on the VIP deck, and they were watching, and they said, "No, we should do this. We should do this." And they watched down there and saw the pros, some of the pros playing like, "Dad, we're going to go home."
That's what I think we will.
So
it can be kind of daunting sometimes.
It's a double-edged sword when we ask the local folks to come be a part of it, but I would tell you, you never know. You never know where that crazy talent's going to come from.
Absolutely.
You just don't know. It could walk right out of this corn. My biggest fear was that we would have a team come out of nowhere and win it, and when we went for the trophy presentation, they would disappear.
Yeah, back into the corn.
Yeah, and they didn't exist. They weren't really here.
I guarantee you my video guy sitting right here beside me can make them disappear.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping ultimately we watch them all vanish.
Yeah.
Right into the corn. Our man Thor. All right, so these guys got a little stack rolling in. Now he was working that roll bag earlier. Was Issac? He's going to come in low and hard.
Oh, and that's the shot that has been costing him point after point. You would think he'd give that up.
And he was rolling. He was running that roll shot earlier, just in here while they were warming up. And I'm surprised. Bob's going to take a timeout. That's a good call because he wants to see how much of that front bag is over top of the hole.
I'm going to tell you what. He may shoot this.
Yeah.
He's got room, and he's got a blocker back there behind the hole. And it's not
if he can hit it, if he can bring it in off the back,
Absolutely.
he doesn't really risk it taking that one off the front. He's going to go up and over.
No,
he's
going to lay up.
He laid down.
Do I need to call him lay up, Bob?
All right, he'll take those 3. You just see what he did? He said, see what I did? Those
He'd take 3 points.
See those 3 points?
Absolutely.
That's all right.
I thought he was going for 5 there. He heard me. He heard me. And I said that loud enough for him.
I think they've heard everything we've said so far, for better or worse.
Yeah.
It's like basketball. You expect him to dunk, and he lays it up.
Absolutely. And actually, I was talking about him shooting. That was probably really a smart move.
Yeah, he probably would have. He probably would end up taking that bag because there had been a real clean shot at that hole. No swishes since we've been in here.
There's the block.
This is it, up and over. Oh, and just
he did that for me. I can tell you that right now.
He did it with one extra finger extended, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh boy, it didn't come back.
Look at the faces.
Is it gonna come back? Oh no, that was well played by Issac to keep it from coming back because it looked like it wanted to just kind of rock itself back into the hole. But you know what? No damage done right there. Bob's getting a little bit exasperated. I think he needs to just take a deep breath and get back to what brought Game 2 under his belt.
He ought to be feeling pretty good. He's up 13-4, that's for sure.
And he's throwing inside arm. Boy.
Yeah. That's the one he's been throwing really good. And he hadn't had many out of play from that side, that's for sure.
No.
And Issac needs to finish with the 4-bagger. He needs to start chipping to this lead now.
Yeah, I think he's dialed in right now. He's taking no time. He knows exactly his thumb. This position with his thumb is exactly the same on all 4 of these bags. There it is.
There was no blocking intended in that round.
Once Bob left that one up there at 3 o'clock, he said, "All right, I'll just put them all in, and I'll take my 2."
That's how I chip into it. That's how you chip into it as a player, too. 2 points is good in any round when you're playing against the top 40 players in the world.
Bob's going to leave that door open again. It's the back door this time.
And look, and that might have been an intentional blocker because he threw that a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Oh, and he got what he wanted out of it, too.
He did, because at any time he's just replaced that bag, and then he'll just go and run it through.
Perfect right there. That was perfect. Oh, wow.
He's going to force him to have to do that. Oh, how about that collection right there? You have to force him to try to pull one back. Oh, he's not. He's just going to take what he can get. That's going to be a 6 spot.
And all of a sudden, just like the other
games,
that? We are up
13 on
12. This is going to be one of those days, Finn. I see it coming.
We might have 2 matches in here total over the course of the entire day.
Yeah. And there's the little block.
A little bit of strategy there.
I don't know if he's got it over far enough, but we'll see. Yes, sir.
That one came in. Oh, there he tried that roll back because it came in a little fluttery, a little bit of about a 40-degree angle. Oh, boy. As soon as it left his hand, Bob said that was too strong.
Oh, and Issac.
Yeah, he's got himself set up there, but he's...
Bob set up to grab a point here after having a bad bag.
Yep. That's pretty much all he could do.
And he does.
Take that one, so there you go. Going to increase the lead just by the penny, but that's what it takes. You know, you get them back one at a time, you build them back one at a time, and if you can grab 2 or 3 or 6 or 7.
We even saw an 8.
Yeah, that unicorn, as we made mention of in
that unicorn
years past.
We normally call that when Isaac's brother Caleb's playing. You see him get one off the board or give up a 4 or 5 spot. Here we go. Now we're in a groove.
Although I will tell you, I love the flow in this room.
Yes.
I love the feel, the sound. I like the quiet. I know this has a little bit more of a golf tournament kind of feel to it, but I really like just being able just to sit and chat about the game this way because it looks, I mean, they look really good playing in here.
Especially when they added those corn stalks to the beams. That's just,
All right. Didn't take advantage of that opportunity, so they're going to go ahead and wash that one out. 14 on 12. Bob Heil in the blue lane, is always the case here on the ACO Center Court. The blue lane, the higher seed, in a single elimination, best 2 out of 3. If you're just joining us, Isaac Hurt took game number 1. Bob Heil fought back, took game number 2, and this is for the single elimination marbles to move along in the Cornhole bracket with the ACO live from the Field of Dreams movie site, Dyersville, Iowa, a place where when we got here, Philip, I said, hey, Siri, directions to the middle of nowhere, and she said, you have arrived.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't want it any other way.
But it arrived into beauty. It did, that's for sure.
Oh, unfortunately,
she gave it to you.
She just gave it to me again because she overheard me there while I was...
And there we go. Now we have a game to 7, and someone's going to get 7, and someone is going to be eliminated.
Somebody's going to be making a face and waiting until tomorrow with their doubles tournament. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out the fact that we're sitting on double Pete Roses right now here at the Field of Dreams.
The bags that are being thrown right now is the
724.
724.
Oh, those Project 13s.
Project 13s and the Lucky Valors by Bob Heil. That's somebody asked that question. Be glad to oblige.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about the show times being real hole friendly, but I heard somebody mentioning the Valors today, especially in the wind. They really like being able to throw those outside and felt comfortable with them, so that's great. But he's typically sporting that Lucky's jersey as Bob Heil. Been playing with Charlie Case and his team for a long time.
And these are not their personal bags. These are bags that we furnish by our bag partners that are sitting behind the wall over there. You go pick your 2 and 4, and you come on out and you play with them.
Choose your weapon, take them out and play, and then but the interesting thing is there are limited numbers of sets, so there's a little bit of strategy. If you got the higher seed and you want to go in and take the bags and play with the bags you know your opponent might be most comfortable with, that's been a lot of fun with the strategy on this end as well. Bob has extended the lead 18-14 now as these guys take those weapons and fire back and forth at one another. Oh boy.
And that's a mistake bag by Bob right there with a 4-point lead.
It didn't take Isaac long to go ahead and capitalize on that.
Oh, wow.
That's
and I'm going to tell you right now, he's got to go in with this bag or he could lose.
This could be it.
Absolutely. This is a huge bag right here, Finn. This could be the game.
This could be it right here. Low, slow.
There
they
it
both
is.
go. How about that? All
Wow.
right. Our first turnaround here on center court. It took us 3 games to get here, but what a finish. 18 on 14 becomes 21 on 18. And you know what? If you or I had either predicted that was going to happen at the beginning of the game, we'd have both lost a lot of money, and maybe that's because I mentioned Pete Rose that gamble paid off right there. I don't know. But how about that? Issac Hurt advances in the Cornhole tournament. It is the CornyForty Classic live from the Field of Dreams movie site. But look at that, Bob Heil, and that smile on his face. That's the face of Bob that we always want to see, and we typically do see. So even after a hard-fought best-of-3 battle right there, congratulations to Issac Hurt. He moves along in the Cornhole bracket, and we will continue when we return with more from the Field of Dreams movie site. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. More from center court in the historic barn at the Field of Dreams movie site as the CornyForty Classic and Dream Team Invitational, all part of the Go the Distance